Beloved soul, there is a power within you greater than any challenge, any pain, or any doubt you've ever faced. That power is your feeling. Your ability to feel is not a weakness. It is your greatest compass, your divine guide. Today I will teach you how to feel it. Feel the truth. Feel the love. Feel the transformation that is already on its way to you. There is a sacred intelligence within you that speaks not in words, but in feelings. Every ache in your heart, every flutter of joy, every wave of anxiety or peace, it all carries a message. Your feelings are not here to harm you. They are not problems to be fixed or flaws to be ashamed of. They are messengers, divine whispers from the soul, guiding you toward truth, alignment, and healing. So many of us were taught to suppress how we feel. We were told to stop crying, to get over it, to stay strong. Somewhere along the way, we began to believe that feeling was weakness, that emotion made us unstable or too sensitive. But let me remind you of something powerful. Your sensitivity is not a curse. It is a gift. Feeling deeply means you are connected. Feeling means you are alive. Think of your feelings as the language of your inner world. Just as physical pain signals that something needs attention in your body, emotional discomfort signals that something needs care in your spirit. When you feel sad, it's not because something is wrong with you. It's because something within you is calling out for nurturing, love, and rest. When you feel angry, it may be because a boundary has been crossed or a need has gone unmet. When you feel joy, your soul is affirming that you are in flow with life's rhythm. Instead of resisting what you feel, I invite you to listen. Listen with curiosity, not judgment. Imagine if instead of pushing away your tears, you welcome them as sacred rain cleansing your soul. Imagine if instead of suppressing your anger, you allowed it to show you where change is needed. Imagine if every emotion, no matter how uncomfortable, was seen as a wise teacher here to guide you. Your feelings are not random. They arise with reason and purpose. The anxiety you feel in certain places or around certain people might be a signal from your intuition, telling you that your energy is not being respected. The heaviness you carry in your chest might be grief that was never given space to breathe. The numbness you feel may be your spirit asking for stillness and reconnection. When you deny your feelings, you deny yourself. You fragment your truth. You send a message to your inner being that parts of you are unworthy of love. But healing begins the moment you say, everything I feel is valid. Everything I feel deserves to be heard. There is great courage in sitting with your feelings, in holding space for your own tears, in saying to yourself, it's okay. I'm here. I'm listening. This doesn't mean you have to act on every feeling, but you can honor them without being ruled by them. You can feel without fear. You can observe without judgment. You can allow emotion to move through you like waves, knowing that no feeling is final. It is simply passing through, asking for acknowledgement. Every time you tune in to your feelings, you deepen your connection to yourself. You begin to understand what you truly need, what truly matters, and where you may still be holding pain. You become more compassionate, not only with others, but with your own heart. And in this compassion, you begin to soften the edges of old wounds. As no one ever told you this, let me say it now. It is safe to feel. You are not too much. You are not too emotional. You are not broken because you cry or feel deeply. You are beautifully human, and your feelings are sacred. They are not signs of failure. They are signs that you are alive and evolving. You don't have to analyze every feeling or explain it to others. Sometimes it's enough to simply breathe through it. to sit in the stillness and let it rise and fall like a wave in the ocean. The more you practice this, the more you'll notice that feelings are not permanent. They are fluid, just like the tides. What changes is your relationship with them. Instead of fearing sadness, you begin to honor it as a season of release. Instead of avoiding discomfort, you approach it with curiosity. And little by little, your emotions become less of a battlefield and more of a conversation. You are not wrong for feeling what you feel. You are not broken. Your emotions do not need to be fixed. They need to be felt, loved, and heard. Let your feelings speak. Let them rise without shame. Let them teach you, stretch you, and ultimately lead you back to yourself. Because every feeling is a message. And you, my dear, are learning how to listen. Healing does not come from avoidance. It does not arise from denial, distraction, or pretending everything is fine when your heart is aching. Healing begins the moment you turn inward, sit quietly with yourself, and allow the truth of how you feel to surface without resistance. You must feel it to heal it. So many of us carry pain that we never fully acknowledged. We smile while our hearts are breaking. We keep busy so we don't have to think. We bury the past hoping time will erase what we never dared to face. But unexpressed emotions do not disappear. They live in the body, they echo in the mind, and they continue to whisper until we finally listen. Pain that is ignored becomes a shadow that follows us everywhere. It shows up in our relationships, in our reactions, in the way we speak to ourselves. It shapes our beliefs, it builds walls around our hearts, and until we allow ourselves to feel it, we can't release it. We can't move forward fully. We can't open ourselves to the beauty and wholeness life still holds. Feeling is not weakness, it is wisdom. It is a sacred first step toward transformation. To feel deeply is to open the door to healing. When you cry, you are not falling apart. You are letting go. When you grieve, you are honoring what mattered. When you feel lost, you are being invited to come home to yourself. Every emotion, no matter how uncomfortable, is a message from within. It is not here to harm you. It is here to help you heal. There is nothing wrong with feeling sadness. There is nothing wrong with anger, loneliness, or fear. These emotions are not signs that you are broken. They are signs that you are alive, that you care, that something inside you is longing to be acknowledged and held with compassion. So let it rise. Let the tears come. Let your breath deepen. Give yourself the gift of honesty. When you sit with your feelings instead of running from them, you begin to notice something profound. They soften, they shift, they move through you like waves. They do not destroy you, they move energy, they clear space, they create room for peace. The emotion that once felt too big begins to lose its grip when you greet it with love instead of fear. And no, it may not be easy. You may have held pain for years, even decades. You may have built an identity around surviving. But you are not here just to survive. You are here to live, to thrive, to be free. And that freedom begins with allowing yourself to feel not just the good, but the hard. Not just the light, but also the shadow. All of it is part of your healing. It is okay to sit with sadness and not immediately try to fix it. It is okay to admit that something hurt you deeply. It is okay to say, this still lives inside of me and I'm ready to let it speak. Because once you allow yourself to feel it fully, you can release it fully. And that is how you heal. Not by running from the wound, but by gently turning toward it and saying, I see you, I honor you, I am here for you now. Your emotions are not here to punish you. They are here to free you. They are part of your healing path. When you embrace them, you reconnect with your power. You remember that you are not your pain. You are the awareness behind it. You are the loving witness who can hold space for all that you've been through and still choose peace. This healing is not about blaming others or clinging to the past. It's about feeling what was never felt so it no longer controls you. It's about giving yourself the grace you always deserved. It's about learning to be soft with yourself, even in the hardest moments. You must feel it to heal it, not because pain is your identity, but because feeling it is the doorway to letting it go. When you stop pushing it away, when you stop numbing or denying it, you give your heart permission to breathe again. You create room for new energy, for clarity, for joy. The burden lifts. The heaviness begins to dissolve. And from that space where you have felt, where you have honored, where you have released, you rise. Stronger, lighter, more connected to your truth. You begin to live not from wounds, but from wisdom. Not from fear, but from peace. So take your time, be gentle, let the emotions move through you, not define you. Trust that you are safe to feel. Trust that in feeling, you are healing. And trust that everything you're facing is leading you back to your wholeness. Because you, dear one, are worthy of healing, and you have always held the power to begin. There is a place within you that no one else can touch. A sanctuary that belongs only to you. In a world that often feels loud, uncertain, and overwhelming, it is essential to create a safe space within yourself. A place where you are free to be, to feel, to breathe without judgment. A space that welcomes every part of you with open arms. Your light and your shadows, your confidence and your doubt, your joy and your sorrow. Too often we seek safety outside of ourselves. We look for it in other people, in achievements, in routines that make us feel in control. But real safety, the kind that lasts, comes from within. It is born when you become your own anchor, your own friend, your own protector. It is born when you realize that no matter what happens out there, you can return home to yourself and find peace. To create this inner sanctuary, you must begin with compassion. Be gentle with your thoughts. Be kind to your heart. Speak to yourself with the same warmth you would offer a dear friend. The way you talk to yourself matters. Every word, every tone. Let it be loving. Let it be safe. Let it tell you you are enough just as you are. Safety does not mean perfection. It means presence. It means allowing yourself to feel without fear, to make mistakes without punishment, to rest without guilt. It means knowing that you don't have to do more, be more, or prove anything to deserve your own love. You are already worthy. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine a place within you where all your worries can rest. Imagine a soft light glowing in your chest, radiating calm, reassurance, and stillness. This is your inner refuge. You can return here whenever you need to. No one else has the key. It is yours alone. It's where your soul finds rest, where your spirit remembers its strength. Life will bring challenges. There will be noise, criticism, misunderstandings, and disappointments. But when you have cultivated a safe space within, you will not be shaken by every storm. You will remain rooted. You will know how to return to yourself with grace. You will not abandon yourself in moments of pain or chaos. Instead, you will stay present. Hold yourself gently and whisper, "I am here. I am safe." One of the most powerful acts of healing is learning how to sit with yourself in silence. Not to fix anything, not to change who you are, but simply to be, to breathe, to observe your thoughts like passing clouds, to feel your emotions without judgment. This is how you create safety, through presence, acceptance, and love. You do not need a perfect life to feel safe inside. You do not need everyone's approval to feel at peace. You simply need your own permission to soften, to allow, to trust that within you is a wisdom far greater than fear, that within you is a light no darkness can extinguish. If your mind feels restless, speak gently to it. Tell yourself, it's okay not to have all the answers right now. If your heart feels heavy, place your hand over it and breathe deeply. Remind yourself, it's okay to feel this. I am not alone. I am here for me. These small acts of self-compassion build trust. They build safety. Yeah. Your inner space can be filled with stillness or music, silence or prayer. You can decorate it with memories of resilience, with words that uplift you, with truths that set you free. You decide what lives there. You decide what gets to stay and what must be released. Let go of harsh self-judgment. Let go of the belief that you are only worthy when you are perfect. Let go of the fear that your feelings make you weak. Instead, choose to believe that every part of you is welcome, that your softness is strength, that your truth is enough, that your presence is powerful. When you create a safe space within, you change how you experience the world. You no longer seek external validation for your worth. You no longer feel lost in chaos. You carry peace with you. You become peace. You meet life with steady eyes and an open heart because you know that whatever happens, you are held from within. No matter where you are, no matter what is unfolding around you, you can always return to this truth. You are safe inside yourself. You are worthy of your own kindness. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to feel. You are allowed to take up space. And in that space, healing begins. You have the power to create a life where your inner world feels like home. One breath at a time, one thought at a time, one gentle choice at a time. You are building something beautiful, a place where you belong completely. And that place is within you. Your emotions are not your enemy. They are not mistakes. They are messengers, pointing you towards something deeper, something within that wants to be seen, heard, and healed. And one of the most powerful ways to gently guide your emotions is through the conscious use of affirmations. An affirmation is more than just a sentence. It is a declaration of truth. It is a seed you plant in the soil of your mind. And when nurtured, it blooms into new emotional landscapes. Words carry energy. And when you speak loving, empowering words to yourself, you begin to reshape your inner world. You begin to guide your emotions instead of being swept away by them. So often, we react to how we feel. When fear arises, we hide. When sadness lingers, we numb. When anger surfaces, we explode or suppress. But when you introduce a gentle affirmation, when you pause and say, I am safe, or this too shall pass, you interrupt the emotional storm with light. You remind yourself that no feeling is final, and you offer your nervous system a path back to peace. Affirmations are not about denying how you feel. They are about choosing how you respond. They allow you to acknowledge your emotions while simultaneously redirecting them toward healing. For example, when anxiety whispers, I'm not good enough, you can meet it with a calm, steady response. I am doing my best, and that is enough. When grief tightens your chest, you can breathe into it and affirm, "It's okay to feel this. I am giving myself space to heal." In moments of emotional intensity, the mind often spins stories of lack, rejection, fear, and doom. And left unchecked, these thoughts amplify the emotion. But a well-placed affirmation acts like an anchor. It brings you back to the present. It brings you back to truth. I trust the process of life. I am loved. I am strong enough to handle this. These phrases are not empty. They are doorways to emotional regulation and inner calm. It is important to speak these words not only when you are struggling, but every day. Build a habit of affirming yourself the way you wish the world would affirm you. Start your mornings with intention. Today I choose peace. I am open to good things. I radiate calm. Write them often. Write them down. Say them aloud. Whisper them when you're alone. They will begin to live in your body, and when difficult emotions arise, you'll already have a loving language to meet them. The emotions we feed grow stronger. If we constantly repeat thoughts of worry or worthlessness, we strengthen the pathways of fear and doubt. But when we choose thoughts of hope, healing, and self-compassion, we begin to rewire our emotional response system. We begin to feel differently, more empowered, more centered, more at peace. Affirmations are not magic spells that instantly erase pain. They are gentle reminders that you are not your pain, that beneath every feeling is a deeper truth. You are love, you are light, you are healing. And with every kind word you offer yourself, you guide your emotions toward balance. You can create specific affirmations for specific emotions. When anger rises, you might say, "I release this tension. I choose to respond with grace." When loneliness creeps in, you might whisper, "I am whole. I am connected to love within and around me." When you feel overwhelmed, affirm, "I take it one step at a time. I am capable and supported." You are choosing not to drown in the discomfort. Affirmations work best when you feel them. So don't just say the words, embody them. Place your hand on your heart when you speak. Breathe into the phrase. Imagine the emotion shifting, softening. Imagine your nervous system calming, your energy lifting. This is the art of self-soothing. This is the practice of emotional mastery. Over time, these small practices create massive change. Your inner world becomes a softer place. You no longer fear your feelings. You learn from them. You no longer suppress your emotions. You hold space for them. And in that space, your affirmations become bridges from suffering to peace. Let it be simple. Let it be sacred. When you feel lost, say, "I am finding my way." When you feel unworthy, affirm, "I am enough." When you are afraid, repeat, "I trust myself. I trust life." Say it until your heart believes it. Say it until your emotions follow. You are the guardian of your inner world. Your words are tools. Your voice is a healing balm. Use it to nurture yourself through every storm, every shift, every feeling. You do not need to run from your emotions. You only need to meet them with loving guidance. The secret to creating anything in life, love, peace, abundance, healing, is not in the chasing, the striving, or the waiting. It's in the feeling. You must feel it as if it's already here. You must make space inside your heart and mind to experience your desires before they arrive. Because the truth is, when you feel it now, you align yourself with the vibration of already having it. And when you're aligned, it flows to you naturally. Many people live in a cycle of hoping and waiting. They say, "I'll be happy when I get the job. I'll feel confident once someone loves me. I'll relax when things change." But this mindset keeps the very things they want always out of reach. Life doesn't respond to desperation. It responds to energy. It responds to embodiment. When you feel the joy, the peace, the love, or the freedom right now, before anything changes, you send out a powerful message to the universe. I am ready. This is not about pretending. This is about remembering that you are a powerful co-creator. Your mind and heart together are bridges between the unseen and the seen. When you use your imagination to feel your desires now, you activate the creative force that brings them into form. Imagination is not fantasy. It is the first step of manifestation. Close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath. Think about what you desire, whether it's love, healing, success, or peace. Now drop the thought and step into the feeling. If you were already living that life, how would you feel? What would your body be doing? How would your heart beat? Let that energy rise. Let your nervous system begin to experience what your soul already knows. It is yours. When you practice feeling it now, you train your mind to stop looking for lack. You shift from scarcity to sufficiency. You begin to notice small signs that it's already on its way. And most importantly, you calm your inner world. You no longer grasp, you receive. You no longer chase, you attract. Though many of us were conditioned to believe we have to struggle to earn good things, that if we work hard enough, suffer long enough, and prove ourselves, maybe then we'll be worthy. But life doesn't wait for your worthiness. It waits for your alignment. And alignment is found in your feelings. Feel abundant now, and you begin to move like someone who trusts life. Feel loved now, and you begin to speak to yourself with kindness. Feel whole now, and you no longer act out of desperation. This is the gift of embodiment. It creates a shift deep within. It brings your focus back to the present moment where all your power lives. You realize you don't have to wait until everything changes to feel good. You get to feel good now. And from that energy, everything begins to shift. Each morning when you wake up, take a moment to ask yourself, what would it feel like if everything I desired were already here? Let that feeling flood your body. Let it guide your choices, your words, your actions. Walk into your day with that vibration. This is how you move from longing to living. And when doubt comes up, as it naturally will, you don't have to fight it. Simply return to the feeling. When the mind says it's not happening, let your heart say, but I can feel it. That feeling is your anchor. It's your inner proof. And eventually, the outer world catches up. You are not powerless. You are not stuck. You are not too late. Everything you desire already exists in the energetic realm. Your job is to become a match for it, not by force, but by faith, not by begging, but by becoming. Become the version of yourself who already has it. Speak like her, breathe like him, think, walk, and live like the version of you who already received it. And the world will mirror that back to you. Let it be a gentle process. Let your feelings lead the way. You don't have to know the how or the when. Your only job is to return again and again to the feeling. Feel free. Feel chosen. Feel safe. Feel supported. Not tomorrow, now, not someday. You are already enough. You are already worthy. And when you begin to feel as if your dreams are already here, you draw them closer with ease, not effort. You don't have to chase your future. You only have to feel it into the now. Let your feelings become your guidance system. Let your emotions align you with your vision. Let your inner world become the home where all your dreams begin. And in time, the outer world will rise to meet you. You are the magnet, you are the vessel, you are the one you've been waiting for. And it all begins when you feel it, as if it's already here. Your feelings are not just fleeting emotions, they are powerful creators shaping the direction of your life in every moment. Every thought you think is charged with emotion, and every emotion sends a signal into the universe. That signal is what attracts experiences, people, and circumstances into your life. Your feelings create your future. Not someday, not eventually, but right now. Think of your feelings as the paintbrush, and your life is the canvas. Whatever energy you hold within, you are constantly painting it onto your outer world. If you walk through life feeling fearful, unworthy, or unloved, you unconsciously invite more situations that affirm those feelings. But if you walk with a heart full of peace, joy, and gratitude, life begins to reflect that back to you. Many people wait for their circumstances to change before they allow themselves to feel good. They say, when I find the right partner, I'll feel loved. When I get the promotion, I'll feel confident. When I lose the weight, I'll feel beautiful. But this approach is backward. Life does not respond to conditions, it responds to energy. When you begin to feel the love, the confidence, and the beauty now, before the outer world changes, you create the emotional blueprint for those experiences to manifest. This is why it's so important to become aware of what you are feeling on a daily basis. You don't need to suppress anything. Your emotions are valid, but you do need to guide them with care. Ask yourself often, what am I feeling right now? Is this emotion helping me create the future I want? If the answer is no, lovingly shift your focus. You have the power to choose a better feeling thought at any moment. You are not at the mercy of your past or your environment. You are not defined by your old stories. The moment you decide to shift how you feel, you begin to shift the direction of your life. This is not about ignoring reality. It's about rewriting it from the inside out. Gratitude is one of the most powerful emotions you can embrace. When you feel grateful for what you already have, even if it's small, you open the door for more blessings to enter. Gratitude says, I already see the good, and life responds with more good. You begin to see beauty where there once was struggle, and hope where there once was fear. Joy is another creative force. Even in challenging times, when you allow yourself to feel moments of joy, whether through a smile, a memory, a song, or a small act of self-care, you raise your vibration. And in that higher vibration, you attract opportunities, insights, and support that weren't visible before. And then there is love. Love is the master key to transformation. When you allow yourself to feel love, love for yourself, love for life, love for simply existing, you become magnetic. Love softens your heart. It dissolves resistance. It brings you back to the truth that you are already whole and worthy of all that is good. Your future is not written in stone. It is written in your feelings. And the more consciously you choose to feel in alignment with the life you want, the more naturally that life begins to unfold. There is no need to chase it, force it, or beg for it. You only need to align your emotions with the vision you carry in your heart. This takes practice. It takes patience. It takes self-compassion. Some days you may feel discouraged, and that's okay. On those days, be gentle with yourself. Take one small step. Reach for one better thought. Breathe into one moment of peace. Your feelings do not need to be perfect. They only need to be honest and gently guided in the direction of your dreams. You have the power to shift your emotional state. You have the power to feel your way into a new reality. Each moment is a fresh opportunity to create from love instead of fear, from trust instead of doubt, from wholeness instead of lack. As you move through each day, remember this truth. You are the creator of your life, not through effort alone, but through emotion, not through struggle, but through alignment. Let your feelings lead the way. Choose the ones that support your healing, your growth, your joy. Let them fill your body, influence your thoughts, shape your words, and guide your actions. And as you do, you'll notice something magical begin to happen. The world around you will start to shift. Doors will open, people will appear, possibilities will expand because you're no longer reacting to life. You're creating it. So feel deeply, feel consciously, feel with intention, because your feelings create your future. And that future begins now.